Can get started. Okay, cool. Um, I know this was a little impromptu, but I'm so glad that we were able to set this up. So I don't think I've actually met everyone formally, but I'm Nathan. I'm part of CUSD Champions with you guys, obviously. And oh, no problem, Podka, no problem. So what me and Miss Eshelman and Eli, what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring out a different aspect of ourselves, and especially a part of this program. Because I know coming into this, for me at least, I definitely had a vision in mind of like what I wanted to do in this program and how it could benefit like the community and stuff, right? And I'm sure we all had these sort of plans. And so improv and you know being raw and being on stage and getting out of your comfort zone can definitely help with the confidence aspect of being a leader. And I think that is something quite overlooked when we have butterflies in our stomach or whenever we have to present something. And so doing improv over the years has definitely helped me turn from a little kid that loved to play with kendamas and like listen to dubstep and was like super shy. Yeah, I had a dubstep phase. And I was able to grow into something that I really enjoy doing. And so it definitely may seem scary at first. And I just want to preface that it still is scary for me. Like being up here and doing improv, it doesn't get any less terrifying, but you are able to tolerate it more, and you are able to see the positives in it. And so that is my little introduction to improv and also my introduction to the Dragon Kim Foundation. So Eli and I, with our friend Evan Boda, if you know him, we all created a project together and we pitched it for this foundation called the Dragon Kim Foundation. And so it's a nonprofit organization and it brings all of these youth ideas together. Like for me and Eli and Evan, it was improv. For others, it is like composting, or it could be portraying a documentary about a Holocaust survivor. There's all sorts of different aspects and passions, and the Dragon Kim Foundation is able to fund us for all of our projects. And so, what we've done over the summer is that we've done improv workshops with the Boys and Girls Club. We've done one virtually with people from the UK and from Canada. And so, we've also done some with some companies too. And so to work with all of these different people, we see how similar all of our fears are and all of our natural reactions. Because when we want to do improv, we want to be funny, right? I'm sure that that might be what you're thinking, like, oh, this is improv. We're doing things impromptu. There's no script or anything. So what do I have to do? I have to put on an ego and I have to be this like funny guy up on stage with a little hat and a cane. You know what I mean? But really, you're not trying to be funny at all. The best improvers are the ones who are just natural and just let whatever comes in your brain flow out. Uh, that's actually who the funniest people are and the ones who are able to get the most laughs. You know what I mean? Um, and so that's kind of what I want us to focus on today. That it's okay to make mistakes because there are no mistakes. Yeah, there are no mistakes. No mistakes at all. So why don't we start with a little warm-up game? Yeah? Uh, so what we do is we prep ourselves to get into all of the bigger games and the ones that are more uh, that take a little more energy. And so one of the good things about improv is if you have an open area around you, try try to find a space in which you could, stand up a little bit, stretch your limbs, make sure you're still limber, get all of the tension in your muscles out, which I see most of you already are. You you look fine. You're sitting. You look good. Nice. Oh, arms to the sky and just stretch whatever you need out. Do a little squats here and there. All right. Nice. We're all a little warm. Okay. So, for our improv games, if you can, if you have background noise, I totally understand that. But for the majority, if you could keep yourself unmuted, just because we're going to be ping ponging back and forth in between ourselves. Yeah, so just unmute yourself if you can.
Sorry, I have a loud family, so sorry if they're.
Don't worry. I literally have construction going on upstairs, so you're all good. Okay, all right.
It's about to get loud.
So, this game is called Zip, Zap, Zop. And so what this game is, it's a lovely little warm-up game in which we're only going to say 3 words, zip, zap, and zop. And so in that order, what we're going to do is we're going to pass it to our teammates, and we have to really work on our listening here. And so if I say zip, Nolan, he's going to go like, oh, zap, Malia. And then Malia's going to go zop, Aiko. And then once we do that, we just reset and we go zip, zap, zop again. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, cool. Okay. So get in your stance, get ready.
Okay.
I know, this game is going to get a little harder than you think. So, make sure your minds are open and let's start it off.
I'm so sorry. My microphone just cut out like for a good minute while you were explaining that. Can you like really briefly explain it? I'm so sorry.
I'll give you the download. It's all good. So zip, zap, zop. Those are the 3 words we're gonna say in that order. And what it's gonna be like if I say zip, Kendall, you're gonna go zap, Miss Eshelman. And then Miss Eshelman's gonna go zop to Katya, right? And then what it's gonna do is just gonna reset from there and we're gonna go zip, zap, zop again to the rest of our teammates.
So it just goes zip, zap, zop, and then start
Okay,
it.
sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, just zip, zap, zop, zip, zap, zop. Okay, let's do this. All right, we're gonna go as fast as we can, okay? I'm gonna go.
Gotta get closer to see names.
Yeah, make sure you know this is a good name game too.
Yeah.
Lena.
Stop, Casey.
Oh, I think you're lagging out a bit there. That's okay. Lena, could you zap it to someone else? Just for the time?
Zap Kindle. Stop, Aiko.
Zip Malia.
Zap Isabella.
Stop, Maya.
Maya.
Yeah, I think it was Tamaya. Sorry, I don't think we could. Could you speak up a little bit?
Zip Miss Eshelman.
Zap to Ben.
Zop to Nathan.
And I'm going to catch it right there. That was not a wow. That was not a wow. I was just catching it. Okay, you guys are pretty good at this. So we're gonna add another layer to it. All right. So let's see. All right, Isabella. So what I want you to do, instead of saying zip zap zop, I want you to say jip. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So we're gonna try that one more time, and then Isabella is the person this time who's gonna say jip jap jap instead of our zip zap zop. All right.
Wait, before you go, jip, jap, jop.
Yep. Jip jap jop. It's all gibberish, but it's just for Isabella. The rest of us are gonna still say zip jap zop.
Okay. Jip, Lena.
Stop, Aiko.
Zop Isabella.
Zap Kendall.
Zap Ryan.
Jip Katya.
Jap Maya. Jap Maya. I don't know if you heard me. Zip Nolan.
Jap Malia.
Zop Michael.
Zip Nolan.
Zap Ben.
Zop Isabella.
Jip. Is it on Jip? Nathan.
You got it. Zach, Eshelman.
Who'd that go to?
It's to you, it's to you. Zach, Miss Eshelman.
Me? Was that to me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jap to Keitra.
No. Jop Ben.
Jip to
Who is this?
I think the lag got the best of him. I think that's a good place to hit off our first match there. So let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. Nice, nice. So after someone makes a graceful mistake, what we're gonna do is we're just always gonna clap afterwards because it's a welcoming environment. You know, we're not gonna shame people for making a mistake. And so I feel like we're all warmed up. So that was a good game with Zip Zap Zop. I think now we can start moving on to some harder, more energetic improv games. Okay, so this next one is one of my personal favorites, and it's called What Are You Doing? And so the point of this game is easier done than explained, so I'll just try to explain as best as I can. So you have two people on stage, and so it's only going to be two people and the rest of us are in the audience. And that's how most of the games are going to work today. So the person up in front, the first person is going to do an action, okay? Any action that you want. And then the other person is going to ask the first person, hey, what are you doing? And then the first person who's still doing the action is going to say something that they're not doing. And so that's the main thing. They're saying something that they're not doing. So if I, for instance, was just doing an action like this, right? And then the other person asks, Nathan, what are you doing? I could say, oh, I'm carving a chair. And so now what the other person has to do is they have to carve a chair, however they might please, right? Okay, and so after the other person does their action, now the first person, it's their turn to ask the other person, what are you doing? And so it keeps on going back and forth like that until one person runs out of an idea. I know it can get pretty intense. Let's see. Who is brave enough to start out and do it with me?
I'll go.
Yeah, all right, cool, Malia. Cool. Okay, so I can be person number one and start out with the action. And so we've always found it easier to do all improv games with a suggestion. And so I want, let's see, Maya, where's a place that you go on the weekend? Yeah.
I go to the beach.
The beach? Okay, perfect. All right, so our suggestion is the beach. All of our actions that we have to tell the other person to do has to do with the beach.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, all right. So I'm gonna start doing an action and you have to ask me what I'm doing.
Okay, Nathan. Oh, well, you're not. Oh, what are you doing, Nathan?
I'm suntanning.
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm suntanning.
What is that?
Tanning.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Okay, then I do the action. Okay.
Yeah. That's beautiful. What are you doing, Malia?
I'm building a sandcastle.
I'm so mature.
Nathan, what are you doing?
I'm kicking sand at little kids. Malia, what are you doing?
Oh wait, that's not kicking sand at little kids.
Oh, no. All right.
I messed up. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We'll clap it up. We clap it up.
Woo!
Great job. That was great. So we get so caught up in the action sometimes, right? And so the most important thing about this game is to listen, and that's one of the core values of our project is listening. And another one is also adapting, right? The other person tells us what to do, we kind of have to do it on a whim. And it does take time and it does take practice. So who else would like to do this?
I'll go for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll do Nolan.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. All right, Nolan, Aiko, you guys are up.
Okay.
Are we oh yeah, I'm guessing.
Are we still at the beach setting?
Yeah, since we didn't do much with the beach, we could still do that. Let's see. So Aiko, you're gonna start with the action.
Okay. Do I start now?
Yeah, go ahead and start.
Hey, Aiko, what are you doing?
I'm swimming. I'm swimming. What are you doing?
I'm playing volleyball.
Yes, let's go.
What are you doing?
I'm snorkeling.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I am running. I'm swimming away from a shark.
Oh no!
What are you doing?
I'm drowning.
Oh no.
What are you doing?
I am playing spike ball.
Touchdown!
Whoa, that's not spiteful. Is
Right?
out of there.
That's good.
So that's a little thing that we do, but great job, Aiko. Nolan, since you're a winner, would you like to stay up?
Sure, I'll go for it.
Okay, awesome. Would anyone else like to go?
I can go.
Yeah, all right. Nice. Okay, cool. So since Nolan was the victor of that last round, you can start on do the action. And let's get a suggestion for them. So
How about the grocery store?
the grocery store? Oh, that's perfect. Okay, let's go with that. Grocery store is your suggestion. Take it however you please. Nolan, you can start doing your action.
Okay.
Hey Nolan, what are you doing?
I am looking for tomatoes. Hey, what are you doing?
I am buying bananas. Hey Nolan, what are you doing?
I am talking to a representative about where the bread is. What are you doing?
I am bagging the groceries. Hey Nolan, what are you doing?
I am getting my cart and sanitizing it.
Ooh.
Boy.
Hey, what are you doing?
I am trying to find the credit card that I dropped on the ground. Hey Nolan, what are you doing?
I'm doing the little thing with the grocery cart where you like stand up on it and like push it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Okay. I guess I have to get up. I don't know if you can hear me when I get up, but
Hey, what are you doing?
I am buying milk.
Oh, we already had buying something. We try not to repeat actions, but she is out of there.
That was so
Good
good.
job, Buffy. Good job.
Thanks.
That was awesome, you guys. You guys are naturals picking this up. So that was What Are You Doing? What did you guys find to be the hardest parts about that game? Those of you that did.
I feel like one like the beach one was like you can do anything at the beach, but there's only like so much you can do at a grocery store. So being like creative each time and thinking on your feet.
Yeah, exactly, right?
I think since like I'm thinking about so many things and I'm like trying to come up with ideas for the future, and then I just stop listening to what you told me to do, and I just start doing what I want to do. That was my issue.
That's interesting.
Probably processing information and then just trying to form thoughts at the same time.
It's quite a bit to juggle at one time, right? You guys did a great job starting out, and I think that we could start moving on to some other games. How's that sound? Yeah, okay, all right. So my personal favorite thing about improv is creating characters and doing character work. And so what that means is that you embody basically whoever you want to be, whether that is a futuristic pirate or a alligator baby or an alligator that likes babies or whatever. You know, the world is your oyster to create characters, and I think that's the best part about improv. And so this next game is called Good, Bad, and Worse, and it basically is an advice game show. And so you have three contestants. One contestant gives good advice, one gives bad, kind of bad advice, and then the third contestants, they just give the worst advice. It doesn't even have to relate. It's just, what are you saying? Why are you even on the game show? And so, so we'll have three contestants coming up, and we get to answer the audience's questions. And so this is the time also for the audience to be as creative as they want with their questions. And it's really collaborative between everyone. And so who would like to go? I know that there's some people that didn't get to play the first game. So if you like, this one's a nice, easy one to create characters.
Sure, I'll go.
Ben, nice. All right.
Yeah.
I'll go too.
Lena? Okay, all right, nice. Anyone else? Anyone else? One more person.
I think Kendall said she would go, right?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh.
My bad.
Okay, Kendall, nice. Okay, so we have Kendall, Lena, and Ben for our first panelist. All right, so I will go ahead and be the host for today. Now let's get some suggestions for them. So let's get an occupation for Kendall, and you could just shout it out.
Zookeeper.
Zookeeper. Perfect. You're a zookeeper, Kendall. And take that however you will.
Yep.
Let's get let's get two more occupations. So an occupation for Lena.
Barista, like a Starbucks barista.
Ooh, I like that.
That would be fun. All right, Lena, you're a barista. And one more for Ben.
Bus driver.
A bus driver. I like it. All right, Ben, you are a bus driver. Okay. So again, hit those suggestions how you will. You can go ahead and make a name for yourself. So just rename yourself when you click those three dots in the right corner of your screen. And so for everyone else, would we be able to turn off our videos just for this moment? Just so we could, have a better game view. Nice, nice. Okay, and also, if you click the three dots on someone's video that's not on, you could hide non-video participants. So let's do that as well.
I'm not sure if I understand. What do you mean?
Oh, okay. So you know how there are people with their cameras not on?
Uh-huh.
So if you click the three blue dots in the corner, you could, there's a setting that could turn off non-video participants. So just the people with their cameras on will be shown.
Okay, so you want me to do what?
To turn off non-video participants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Nice. All right. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hold on, let me rename myself really quickly. I'm Eli White. It's so nice to be your host today. This is the show of Good, Bad, and Worse, and we have some lovely contestants for you today. Wow, you know what? I've been doing this game show for years now, like my entire life, and I couldn't believe that I just missed a very crucial part to start off the game. we need to establish who's going to be good, bad, and worse. So, would anyone like to be the good contestant? So you're giving good advice to the audience.
Good at that.
Brian, will you take that up?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, for sure. What about bad advice?
I can just like, oh,
I mean, you can go. That's
either
fine.
one of us.
I can do worse. That's fine.
Okay, all right, Fran, you'll be worst advice, and Lena, you can go ahead and be bad advice. Okay. So we're definitely not on live air right now, otherwise that would be super embarrassing. But welcome to the show of Good, Bad, and Worse. I'm your host, Eli White, and here we have our three lovely contestants. Would you please introduce yourself, good contestant?
Good morning. My name's Brian. I'm a bus driver.
Humble man, humble man.
Yep.
What about our bad contestant for today?
Good morning. My name's Lily. I'm a college student working part-time here as a barista at Starbucks, so I'm really excited to be on the show.
Wow, you're very sweet kid. But what about our worst contestant today?
Hi, my name is Fran. I've been working in the zookeeping business for about 65 years now. You know, I live in my zoo with my fellow penguins. So have a good time finally getting some human interaction up in here.
I'm glad. Anyways, let's start this off. Do we have any questions from the audience? And you can go ahead and shout out your question.
Hello there. My name is Lysandra, and see, I have a problem because I would like to be in the music industry, but I don't know how to start off. So if you could help me with that, that would be absolutely fantastic.
Very good question. Lysandra, upcoming music artist, what can she do? Ryan, what do you have to say about that?
Well, I think that she should explore her voice to the greatest potential that she has and figure out where she would fit in the music industry, then pursue that.
Oh, that's very nice advice, Brian. Thank you for that. Lily, what do you have to say?
Well, like, I think going into the music industry is a really like interesting and exciting idea, but I don't know if it's very financially lucrative. So if I were you, I'd probably just like get rid of the music thing and maybe like only focus on STEM stuff instead, so that you can like make more money and that type of thing.
Coming from a Starbucks barista, that's very interesting. I'd love to hear what your perspective is.
I think you gotta make a name for yourself. You really gotta be out there. Like, people know Katy Perry because of how unique she is. So I think what you should do is dress up in all tiger print. I think you should go on stage, start growling, get the audience's attention, you know? Like name yourself some sort of like tiger name like Joe Exotic did. Like, you gotta be out there. That's how you're gonna get famous.
Wow, a very exotic answer from a very exotic person. Thank you, Fran. I hope that helped, Lysandra.
Yes, thank you so much.
What a lovely first question. Do we have anything else?
I have a question.
Oh, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
So I'm a mother of 7 children, and with this whole online school thing, how do you think I should balance focusing on all of my children?
Wow, how lucrative. That's insane. Man, Brian, what do you have to share about this topic?
That's tough. I think that you should schedule out part of your day and make 7 sections to focus on each child at once after their school is finished. So then you could figure out what they have to do and what they've been doing. And then after that, you could have family time to just, be a parent.
Yeah.
You're the most empathetic bus driver I've ever met. Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you. What about you, Lily?
I think that you should really just sit down and brainstorm and really think like, who are your favorite children? And then once you determine that, the other ones don't really need as much attention because they can kind of handle the situation by themselves. Like, you should still help them a little bit, but like, I would just focus on maybe like your 2 or 3 most favorite and then go from there.
Fran?
So I think what you got to do is you got to do what the tigers do. Once you give birth to them, they're on their own. You know, they're their own human being. You just got to leave them be. Do your own thing. Go get your nails done. Have some fun as a parent. Your kids are their own person now. Like they're gone. You could buy them their own house. You know, they're basically adulting already. Like they can handle themselves. So that's my advice.
Wow. Spoken like a true something. Thank you, Fran. I hope that helps, mother of 7.
Thank you.
Well, we'll be able to take 3 more questions from the audience.
Okay, I have a question. So I have a family dinner coming up, and my super picky friend is coming over. What should I cook for them?
Picky eater story. Brian, it's all you.
I gotta say, so there's a couple different main groups of flavors, like Italian, and then there's like sweeter foods. So I think that you should make about every single category of food that you can make in smaller portions so that you can't really get it wrong. But then everyone else there that's not picky will enjoy whatever you made and the picky person didn't eat.
Spreading the love. You're thinking on your feet. Lily, how about you?
So I think that the worst thing that you can do in communication is just be super clear and direct. Like, I think that you shouldn't ask them or anything. I think that you should just like guess and assume what they would like, because I feel like that might give you a clearer idea than just asking them directly.
So that's how Starbucks does their names, right? That's how names on the orders.
We have a more complex process, but simply put, yes.
Good to know, Lily. All you audience members out there, that's how it's done. Fran, what about you?
So I think what you need to be concerned about is survival of the fittest right now. Like you're just trying to eat more calories than what you're expelling. Like you just got to get that protein and those good carbs for survival. Like you should not be worried about what that person is going to enjoy. You should cook some good meat, make it really nice, juicy and rare, and serve it. And if they don't like it, they starve, you know? That's what happens out in the wild.
I'm very scared of you. Like, I'm legitimately terrified of you. Thank you, Fran.
You're
I hope that helps, audience member. 2 more questions, please.
I have a question.
Oh, yes.
So it's my wedding this weekend, but because of COVID and all that, I can only have 20 people at my wedding, right? But my childhood best friend just came into town, but if I invite her, there's going to be 51 people. So who should I kick out of the wedding?
Okay. I think we have to think about the numbers a little bit, but Brian, what do you have to say about that?
You could have you could have the person that does the vows be on a screen maybe, or a speaker, because they don't really need to be there. They can't really touch anybody, so there's no point in them really being there anyways. But then you could have your entire family and everybody important to you actually physically there with you while just listening to the pastor.
Very conservative. Thank you, Brian. Always refreshing. Lily?
Well, personally, I feel like the coronavirus really isn't that big of a deal. Like, it's definitely overhyped. So if I were you, I would just have a nice normal wedding. Like 50 people is not that many. It's not a big deal to not wear masks for just one day because it's only one event and it's your wedding. So I would just say enjoy it.
Make my blood pressure rise. Thank you, Lily. Ron, what about you?
I think you should kick out the weakest, because you're only as strong as your weakest link. You know, get rid of the sick, get rid of the old, get rid of the young. They just drag you down. Only you need strong, healthy people at your wedding, you know? And then that opens up room for a lot of other strong, healthy people. And, you know, you don't have time for those other people.
There you have it. Good luck on your wedding. I hope you really can string out the advice here and filter out what's good and what's bad. Congratulations. I think that's actually all the time that we have today, folks. Thank you so much. This was good, bad, and worse. I'd like to thank our contestants and have a great day. Ooh, good job, guys. Nice. One thing that I do want to say. So first of all, the audience question members were they're really good. They were open-ended questions, right? Ones that weren't like, oh, if I lost my shoe and I had to find out on the December 3rd or something. It was open-ended and everyone could answer it. And so thank you for good suggestions. And now on to the actual participants. You guys were really good characters. I saw some established motifs. Lily, you were a stereotypical college person. It really started to like get under my skin at the end, which is good. Which is good. You're being stereotypical. Um, Ryan, you played to your good advice very well. I think the only thing that I have, and the good advice is often the most hardest position to take because it's hard to give good advice and also make it, funny, right? Um, so always try to, even if you don't relate it specifically to like what you do, like just mentioning that you drive a bus, like if you give advice, right? And then you're all like, you know what? Just come by for a free stop or something. You're playing this compassionate character, and so you could get even more in tune with that person you are on stage.
I was gonna do an accent at the beginning, but then I realized in that instance I can't pull off an accent. So
I
then
kind of heard it. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Make choices. Make big choices. That's another thing about improv. If you put yourself out there, all of your choices are going to be the right choices because everyone will go with it. Um, as for Fran, yeah, you legitimately scared me. You were a naturalistic, like what, 80-year-old woman who lives with her penguins. So great job about that. You kept it very literal and very bad. So come on, guys. So that was one aspect of character building. And for those of you that still want to build characters, we could definitely do that in our scenes, which we'll do a little later. But for this next game, before we get into our scenes, we're going to take a different approach. And this will really focus on listening and keeping an open mind to your partners. So this game is called Oracle. This is Evan Boda's favorite. He tells us all the time. So what this game is that you have three people and you basically play an omniscient god comprised of three heads. Yeah. And so you guys will go in order. There's one person in the front, one person in the middle, and one person in the back. And what you're going to do, you're still going to answer your followers' questions. But the catch this time is that each person says a word in the sentence, and you're trying to make it cohesive, and you're trying to build off of what each other are doing, right? And so this is what yes anding is. Yes anding is the concept of going with it and going with the flow of whatever suggestion you receive. And so I'd love to have some new people who haven't gotten the chance to go for this game. Isabella, awesome. Okay, cool, Casey. Pajka, nice. Okay, I guess we have our first group. Okay, so let's see. How about Isabella? You go first, okay? Pajka is gonna go second. Excuse me. And Casey, you're gonna be the third head, yeah? Okay, can I get a thumbs up just to make sure that we're all seeing the vid all right? Yeah, okay, cool. Nice. Okay, so again, let's turn off our videos right now.
Oh wait, not me. I'm sorry.
There you are. Okay, really quick, forgot to explain. So when you're answering the question, you're an omniscient god. You're basically Cthulhu, okay? And so go like this throughout answering the question because you are that cool and that you're basically cool. You're cool for doing that. Okay, so it's going to go Isabella, Pajka, and Casey. Yeah? You are one mind and you are all knowing and all seeing.
Wait, Nathan, really quick, do I just say one word or do I say like a phrase?
Yeah, so you're just gonna say one word. Like, since you're first, you're gonna start out the sentence. Yeah, okay, cool. Does anyone else have any questions? No, you're all good? Okay, cool. Well, omniscient spirit, oh great oracle, we'd love to ask you questions. Thank you so much for being with us today. I for one, would love to start out and ask you a question. It turns out I left my keys and I have no idea where they are. What do you suggest that I do?
Go
to
The
car
and
retrace
your
steps
to
the
market
and
the
shopkeeper
will
give
you
your
keys.
Okay, so that was brilliant, guys. That was probably one of the most cohesive like sentences I've ever heard in this game. I definitely remember going to the market. I'll have to check that out. Thank you, Oracle. I'm so sorry. There's going to be a tornado in the background just for a little bit, so I'll just have to go on the chat. But so after you guys are finished doing your answer, if you guys would all give a big woo just to finish it off, yeah. That'll be the cherry on top. All right, you guys are doing great. Thank you. Okay. Could we have another question for a great oracle?
Wait, I have a really quick question. So like once the sentence is like complete,
Yeah.
does like the last person have to like say something? Like was I supposed to say something at the end?
Oh, all of you guys, when you guys feel like the sentence is done, you all collectively go, woo.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah. So you're filling this out.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. All right. But another question from one of the followers.
I have a question.
Oh, please ask away.
Okay, I'm trying to decide whether or not I should leave my boyfriend for a richer guy. I need advice.
You
should
leave
your
boyfriend
because
he
doesn't
love
you
more
than
your
other
rich
boyfriend
who
also
can
buy
you
expensive
cars.
Ooh.
Thank you so much. A little harsh, but you know, some good advice in there. I'll definitely have to take it.
Oh, gold digging is where it's at. Any other questions?
Excuse me, I have a question. So I am in love with this girl. Her name is Kendall Furman, and I was just wondering, what should I do to tell her how I feel?
You
Could
act
her
to
go
to
the
zoo
with
you
and
buy
a
Lamborghini
and
drive
it
to
a
pool
of
lava
where
you
Can
have
her
sleep
for
2
years
and
then
you
will
realize
that
she
is
not
the
one
Ooh.
Very interesting advice. Thank you.
Y'all really hating on me right now. I feel hated. Wow. Okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You don't question the Oracle. They are all knowing. Even though that was super long and extensive just to get to the fact that she's not the one. Thank you so much, Oracle, for coming today. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up.
Forgot I was muted.
You guys are naturals at doing Oracle. Wow, I actually have never seen such cohesive stuff. Eli is on, by the way. And
I'm here. I'm here. I'm fashionably late. Hello, everyone.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. Oh, yes.
We're just finishing up a great game of Oracle, which I have no notes for, except because there are many different ways you could play it. You guys could literally just say 3 words and be done with the answer, but giving stories and like, I know, right? That's what usually happens. But giving stories and giving context, really building up who you guys are as an Oracle, that was really good. So great job on that, guys.
Lovely, guys. Great. I'm so sorry for not being here earlier, but I am here now. Thank you to Nathan for covering. He's such a wonderful teacher. Great. Okay. So awesome. Where are we? We just picking it up with Oracle?
Yeah, I think we're just going to do scenes. Yeah, no worries, Ryan. No worries. So this is actually perfect time because Eli is great at looking at scenes and sort of giving the rundown, right?
Yes, I'd love to give the rundown.
Take it.
So I'm sure you guys have had a lot of promptings, for getting out of your comfort zone and, working with all that stuff with all different games that we've been playing. And now that you've got your funny bone all good and stretched and everything, we can go into scenes. So scenes are probably like what you think of as the hardest part, most like staple part of improv. And I'm so sorry I'm pacing around it. If it's making you dizzy, I'm so sorry. I've gotten that note before. Can you all hear me okay? I'm just staring at Nathan's frozen face.
Yeah, we can hear you okay.
Okay, great. Perfect. So we're just gonna go into scenes. Don't worry about making them perfect or even about making them funny. I'm sure Nathan has talked about this, but there is no pressure to be funny anywhere in here. Because, you'll be the funniest if you're just yourself. But some tips for creating a good scene are going to we're going to use an acronym that we use in improv. It's called CRAW. So a lot of people teach CRAW. I teach CRAW because that's what I was originally taught. And it stands for character, relationship, action, and where, right? So CRAW. So when you start a scene, you want to know who your character is, and most importantly, what they want, right? What do they want from the scene? What do they want from the other person? Am I still in, still good? Let me see in the chat. It's 2 Eli's? No way.
Nathan's name is Eli White at the moment.
Okay, nice. Okay. I was like, I didn't know if I was like being duplicated. So there was some sort of clone or simulacrum of me. Anyway, okay, yeah. So cross, character, relationship, action, and where. If you have those 4 things down, you can go anywhere in a scene and it will still be funny. So you just want to know who your character is and how they relate to one another, right? That's the biggest thing is what do your characters want out of the scene? What do they want from the other person? What do they just want in their everyday life? And it should be a big want, right? They've wanted this for a really long time. Oh, spotlight. Oh, I can see myself. This is so fun. Next is relationship. That is, if you're going to have anything in a scene, you want to know the relationship, right? How does your character feel about the other person? How do they relate to one another? Do they like each other? Are they friends? Is one a leader, one a follower? Is one a mom and a dad? And they love each other or whatnot, right? Next is probably the easiest one to do, which is this action. That's just what you're doing in a scene. An audience loves to watch just people doing something, some sort of action. So you always want to have some sort of action in your scene. And of course, lastly is just where you are, beach, park, home, your choice. So that's just my quick overview of a scene. That's what we call our base. So our base for a scene is craw. And then after you establish that base, you can take the scene wherever you want, as long as you stick to those 4 things. And if the base ever changes, you just have to make sure that everyone's on the same page with it, right? All right. No problem, Brian. Have a great day. Any questions before we jump into it?
Okay, I think we could jump right in.
Sounds great. No questions.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Ryan had to go drive the bus, I think.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. Before we get volunteers, I think we have time for just one scene game, which is totally fine because now we all get a little introduction to what it is. But anyone that would like to volunteer, I'd just like you to close your eyes really quickly and think about one thing, one fear about improv that you'd like to leave behind after you've done the scene. So think about one insecurity, one thing that's weighing you down, that is gnawing at the back of your brain, making you try to be funny or trying to conform, and keep that in your mind as something that you want to let go. And once you have it, you can open your eyes and you can go ahead and get some volunteers for a nice scene. So to end off our workshop today, who would like to be in a scene?
One exceptionally brave.
Yeah, Aiko, nice, okay.
Lovely.
Anyone else?
I'll go for it.
Nice.
Nolan scene partner again.
We could get 1 or 2 more people, yeah?
I will be in a scene.
Eshelman, okay. And then we get Casey, and that is nice, okay. We got Aiko, Nolan, Casey, and big surprise, Miss Eshelman.
Lovely. Great.
Let's go ahead and turn off our videos for all of us who are watching. Yeah.
Yes. So then, what? Oh, me? Or?
Okay. To be honest, I was a little bit confused by the instructions. So.
Oh, Casey, sorry. I think you're breaking up a little bit.
I was saying I'm a little bit confused by the instructions. So can I go last if it goes like that?
Yeah, sure. Basically what the scene is going to be, you get a suggestion.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You can get a suggestion and you hop in anytime you have the suggestion. If you feel like that your presence does not add really anything to the scene, then you don't even have to come in at all. That also takes strength. Restraint takes strength. So I'm going to turn off my video. Okay, Eli, did we want to get a suggestion?
Yes, let's do it. And a quick tip before you guys start. I know there's a lot of when you're queued up ready to go for a scene, there's always the fear of like, oh, I gotta jump in, I gotta be funny, I gotta make a choice, right? Don't worry about going fast or getting things established super fast. Just let the scene breathe. You can kind of wait for everyone to step in. And yeah, we'll get a suggestion for you guys, and you guys will be awesome. You can take the suggestion however you want. It doesn't have to be exactly what it is. So let's get Isabella Vega. What is a place that you go on the weekend?
Starbucks.
Oh, Starbucks. Okay, great. So your guys' suggestion for the scene will be Starbucks. You can take that however you want. It can be like a board meeting talking about Starbucks. It can be at a Starbucks. You guys can be exchanging an intergalactic currency called Starbucks, however you would like to do it. Just have fun with the scene. If you're not in the scene, everyone turn off your video. And then we'll have actually everyone turn off your video. And then when the people who are in the scene are ready to come into it, just turn on your video and start talking. All right, ready? Your suggestion is Starbucks and improv.
This is my first time at Starbucks. What do you guys serve?
Hi, so I actually don't really know because this is also my first time at Starbucks. Well, the thing is that I am working here, but I've never actually been trained before, so I really don't know how all the machines work. So, why don't you tell me what you think I should do in order to make you the beverage that you want?
Well, I actually was thinking more of a taco than a beverage, but if you
Oh, I think I can make that out of like creamer and I think like pastries. Oh yeah. Okay, so let me just call up my friend with my calculator. Okay. And maybe she can teach me how I can build a taco out of Starbucks materials. Beep, bop, boop. Hi. Oh, interesting. Okay, do you think you could come into the store and tell me how to do that? Because to be honest, I really don't know where anything is. Okay, awesome. Thank you. See you then. I'm so sorry. I really don't know where anything is. It's a problem.
So we're in the store. We're going to Starbucks. And what are we making for this young lady?
A taco, please.
A taco?
Yes.
Does she want to drink it?
I want to drink it. I want my Frappuccino inside of the taco shell.
Ah, very good. Well, I think we might have some things in the back that we could use. We just have to take a look around and get some of the blenders over there whirling. And we just have to make sure the shell doesn't break when we pour it in.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let me just try the blender for a little bit. So,
excuse me, I've been waiting for a really long time and I just got my drink and I ordered a caramel macchiato with extra cinnamon and with 1 pump of sugar-free vanilla, also with non-fat milk, also in a large side with ice on the side. And I only got a chai tea latte, so I'm really upset. Is there a manager that I can speak to?
I believe that our manager is actually out for the day. They actually, they were injured really recently, so I am actually taking the place of the manager, but I don't know where anything is. But on the bright side, if you're not going to drink it, I can totally drink it for you, so.
I got a question.
Oh, yes, of course.
What was your manager's injury?
So apparently someone walked into the store and ordered a taco. And so when they were building the taco, the blender, cut the blade, like the blades cut their hand off. So they had to go to the store and purchase some Band-Aids. That's where they are right now. And I'm just taking their place.
Miss, that sounds a little passive aggressive.
Yeah, I might have
And
to
scene. Great. That was awesome, guys. I love the character work. And that was a perfect little scene. There was like, the conflict doesn't have to be too crazy. We just call that a little slice of life scene. It's like, yeah, that could totally just happen in the real world. There was great character work. I'll give you a round of applause as I put down my phone. Everyone, you can come on, turn on your videos, applaud for their bravery. But yeah, that was great. I love the character of just the completely clueless Starbucks barista, but that is also super peppy. Like, I don't know where anything is. And just like all this stuff. Nolan, great work knowing all of your Starbucks lingo. And the taco was a great tilt. Mrs. Eshelman, of course, coming in as another employee, moving the scene right along. Very brave choices. Well done, everyone. So I guess that's the end of the call. You guys can go. I'm so sorry. I just only hopped in at the last point, but at least we got to do some scenes together. I guess before you guys all head out, just some parting thoughts. Like Nathan was saying, improv lets you kind of release those fears that you have, and it kind of opens your mind to let yourself be your authentic person, like who you are, and to not be afraid to be that authentic person wherever you go. So just remember the feeling of laughing and that the world is open for play, just like it is in improv, and just to be yourself. Nathan, any other things, any great lessons that you have taught?
I think they have learned it all on their own. You guys, like, I really enjoyed you guys' participation today. And yeah, so just think about how this can provide a toolkit for how you could lead others in the future, right? We will definitely be doing this more with the younger kids. Thank you, Aiko. She made the website, by the way. Like providing other kids with this type of exposure, this type of step out of comfort zone experience. And if anyone has any questions, we'd love to take them. But before,
I'd like to just add a few things as well.
Yeah.
The reason why I wanted these guys to kind of run through this with you, and I want the other champions to see it as well, is because when we go out and go to schools, or even when we record things and send them out to schools, we're going to have kids of all different backgrounds, whether they're going to be comfortable coming up to you. Some will be very comfortable, some will be very uncomfortable. And so this is a great way for you all to see that, you know, we have to know how we would feel in their skin in order to be able to reach out to them so that they will feel comfortable with us. So that's why I think this is wonderful that we can all, you know, practice this. Does that make sense? Okay, good.
Yeah, and that's all improv practice is. It's just getting you out of that comfort zone so then you feel comfortable talking in front of people or just wherever you are. Like, just feel comfortable being your authentic self, right?
Right.
So thank you all for being here. Yeah, go for it, Nathan.
I'd like to take a quick picture with y'all, just for the experience. Yeah. So get that smile going. I'm just gonna screenshot it, so don't worry about looking at a camera. All right, say cheese. Wow, okay, I totally got it. Nice. I literally look crazy. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Just for our project, would you guys be able to fill out a feedback form if I send it in like the CUSD Champions group me chat?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yay, okay, awesome. Well, that's all we
Then
have.
next steps for everybody, you know, moving forward. I mean, I know that the word today was that, you know, September 21st is when we're going to be looking at moving some of the elementary students, but we're still not sure with what is taking place, if that's even going to take place. So I still see the distance learning as something that we're going to be practicing and moving forward. And so I'm wrapping my arms around it that way, that's how we're going to be moving forward. And so when we do get the trading cards and the posters, I do want to get creative in how, like I've said this before, how we're going to get these out to students. So whether it's we create a scavenger hunt and we leave them at different schools and we all take part in that. And then some of you have reached out to me with some of the things that I spoke about, like, you know, Camellia and Aiko put together a proposal for robotics and how we can get that to the younger people. And we were talking about whether or not we can do a film or a short video of how to be involved in robotics, so that maybe we can get that out to teachers through 3rd and 5th grade so they could show that to them, so they can have an understanding of how to be involved in robotics. So if there's other topics like environmental and things like that that we talked about, or yeah, exactly, that you want to film or you know, take some video of, or PSAs that we could shoot out. No, I shouldn't use the word shoot, that we could send out, that would be great too. And I also today talked to somebody that we're going to be sending out twice a week to parents and families about just mental health and stress and things like that. And so I'm going to try to get that out on a regular basis twice a week, so that, you know, parents can at least feel the comfort of, and students as well, knowing that we are there for everybody, and that, you know, the district and us are there for everybody. So I'm getting a lot of feedback from people about the champions and are excited about you guys. So I am too. I think this is going to be a great year, and no matter what it looks like, we're going to have lots of opportunity. So thank you guys. Anybody else have any other questions? Yeah.
I just have a quick idea going off of that. I don't know how we could get those physical cards out, other than like, that was a really cool idea about the scavenger hunt, but we could also do like kind of like the virtual trading cards, and then do like a weekly like champion of the week, and send out an email to parents and families and students as well about like the activities that that champion does, and like maybe give out our school email and say you can reach out to us if you are interested in these activities or whatever.
I like it. Can you put that together and send that to me? And then I also got an email from one of the counselors at Aviara Oaks Middle School, and I'm sure once the other counselors catch on to this, I have a meeting with them on Friday. But we have some students that, you know, maybe don't participate because of maybe there's not somebody at home, you know, helping them along. And so this counselor is putting some questions together, and she's asked that the champions reach out to these students, because right now they're getting no attendance. And we want to make sure that, you know, this could become a problem in the future. So she's going to put some questions together that we could reach out to those students, just talk to them, let them know, hey, we're here for you. Do you get some questions? Do you know how to talk to your teacher? Do you know how to, you know, do certain things? It just would be a nice touch to have a peer, even though you're a little bit older, to have a peer reach out to them and them feel like somebody cares about them. How does that sound?
That sounds awesome. I love that.
Good. Good.
So I'll get Nathan and I will work on an environmental proposal, kind of like what Aiko did, and then I'll also do that email.
Perfect. Great. Thank you guys. And anything else you come up with, I'm all ears and open to it.
Thank you so much, Nathan and Eli.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Big thank you to Nathan. I mean, it was basically him. I was just like,
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Eli.
Thank you, both of you. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was great. Appreciate
thank
it.
you all. Keep being brave.
Nathan, if you could send me the recording, that would be great. I'll send it to everybody else that wasn't able to attend.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank
People
you.
will definitely enjoy it.
Awesome.
Send it over.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, Nathan.
Thank you all.
Bye. This is Ashley.
See ya.